Hey everybody, Double B, aka Wrestle Gamer, back here with another installment of WGS-TV, right here on the WGS YouTube channel. And this is going to be a little bit of a rant video. Reason I say that is, I've been seeing all over the dirt sheets, all over Facebook, all over Twitter, about Hogan this, Warrior that, Warrior this, Hogan that. And it's driving me insane to the point where I have to make a video and rant about it a little bit. There is only one other person on YouTube who is a bigger douchebag and a self-conceited jerk than Reggie Tiller, and that is the Ultimate Warrior. I literally have absolutely no respect in the world for this man. I grew up a Hulkamaniac. Well, I'll admit I'm not a big fan of what he's doing now in TNA and Impact Wrestling. Figure, you should let things be what they are. But, Hogan apparently isn't in need for money. Anyway, well, if you have a famous name, I think the only thing you can do is whore it out. But there's a reason why Hogan can do that and Warrior can't do that. It's because Warrior, again, is a self-conceited, egotistical bastard. I have to say it. Because look at the facts. Look at the facts. Who's had a bigger, more impactful career in professional wrestling? Is it Hulk Hogan or is it the Ultimate Warrior? I gotta go with Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan has had the bigger career. He's done more stuff. He's impacted the lives of so many people in professional wrestling. Warrior, how many lives have you impacted in your wrestling career? 0. Because nobody wants to be a douchebag like you. Well, maybe Reggie Tiller. But anyway. You got the nerve? Well, let me explain this. Okay? Now, Hulk Hogan did an interview. I believe it's The Voice versus Hulk Hogan. It was on HDNet. And they were making some comments in retrospective to, they were trying to, Hulkamania was a big thing, and it is, and it still is today. It still is today. Hulkamania is still big today. It's still running strong. There are a lot of Hulkamaniacs out there. Me growing up as one of them. But, they were talking about how Vince McMahon had an opportunity to probably put a bullet in Hulkamania, and they couldn't go through with it with the Warrior because the Warrior, again, being what he is, self-conceited jerk. And Warrior made a video here on YouTube telling Hogan that he found the bullet in self-righteousness or some other big egotistical word that he has, because we all know that Jim Hellwig doesn't live on planet Earth. He lives on planet Warrior. And I'll tell you why. First off, he legally changed his name to Jim Warrior Hellwig. Geez. Last time I checked, a lot of people may refer to him as Hulk Hogan, but I believe his legal name is Terry Bollea. I don't think Hulk Hogan would cross that line to legally change his name to that. I mean, we all know everybody's big into himself, but Warrior, you cross the line into, being a plain old mark for yourself. Side note, see Reggie Tiller. But you wanted everything to be all about you. You even said that in your shoot interview that everything was about me. What I did in professional wrestling, how I changed it. You didn't change it, Warrior. You did not change a goddamn thing. Okay? Now, you want to make big about Hogan posting about a 40-second video of his reactions to Macho Man passing away? Who are you to talk? Okay? If he wants to post up his immediate reactions to it, and if he can't talk any more than that, then that's the man. You know, when I posted up my tribute video to Macho Man Randy Savage, you know, I was getting choked up talking about him because I grew up on the man. And you got the nerve to say that about Hogan? This is just getting out of control. Guys and gals, it's just getting out of control. Now they got people on the dirt sheets reporting that, you know, Hulk Hogan's calling his fans idiot fans and sending hate and stuff like that. This isn't necessarily hate about the Warrior. It's fact. It's fact. The dude only cares about himself and nobody else. What makes him look good. That's why we the fans don't respect you, Warrior. And you got the nerve to do what you're doing right now? Man, if you were standing right here in front of me, I'd slap you right in the face. Because you disrespected wrestling and you disrespected we the wrestling fans. You're out of control, Warrior. Now, a little update about some there was a Twitter war going on between Hogan and Warrior, where Hogan was retweeting some fans' comments to him about Warrior and what in the video he posted on his YouTube channel. You know, all I can say is find the videos for yourself. I am not going to dignify his videos by putting a link in the description box. That's how much respect I don't have for the man. Zero. But here's what happened. This is what some of the fans and Hogan retweeted on his Twitter. One comment says, Warrior let a lot of fans down over and over. Not something that'll be easily forgiven or forgotten. That's true. That's true. Another comment says, Warrior is just jealous and angry about the sad way it all ended for him, without a whimper. And that's true again, too. We didn't give a crap that you had to retire from wrestling or if you're still wrestling at all, Warrior. I mean, we all know the story about the fact that the very last night in the WWE, I think it was at SummerSlam, you were supposed to team up with either SummerSlam or Survivor Series. You were teaming up with Macho Man as the Macho Maniacs. And you said that you weren't going to go out there unless you got more money from Vince McMahon. And then Vince agreed to it, and then he fired your ass right after the night was over. You got what was coming to you that night. That's how much of a self-conceited jerk you are. Another comment that was retweeted by Hulk Hogan from a fan. Warrior was just a jabroni. Hulkamania still runs wild, brother. I agree. Now this is what Warrior said on his Twitter. They say I hate Hogan. Never did. Like a favorite loved pet who has come to the end of its useful life. Time to put an end to his misery. Why don't you put an end to your own misery, Ultimate Warrior? Just get off the internet. Okay? We don't respect you. I don't respect you. Okay? You have done nothing to leave an impact in professional wrestling, and you never will. So give it up. Get off a Planet Warrior and come back to planet Earth. Maybe then you might earn a little bit of respect. Maybe from me. But until then, and you want to stay up there in your own self-deluded world like Reggie Tiller, you can pretty much go fuck yourself, Warrior. That's all I got to say about that. Until then, until my next video, I am Double B, aka WrestleGamer, and thank you for bearing with me on this little Ultimate Warrior rant.